Ooh wee! The last lap. This GoPro got run over by a car recently. I just left it on the top of my car and drove off. I turned a corner. It fell to the highway. Not the highway, but the road. And got run over. I heard it go, I heard the screen, I heard all the screens breaking. And yet, it was just this protective case. So it's perfect. Anyway, this is the last lap. I had a friend who was disappointed. He recently put out a record, a project, or starting to, and is disappointed in the initial results so far in terms of people tuning in. And it just made me want to talk about this subject, because in order to make it in this world of trying to facilitate a creative endeavor, you have to be able to walk through the flames of indifference. There's a lot of indifference in the world. The world is more and more chaotic all the time. People are doing all kinds of stuff. Everybody's got their own dreams and their own pursuits. And there's just an absolute abundance of people putting work out and trying to create sort of, you know, a creative way of making a living, which is fair enough. What could be better than to sort of express yourself, hopefully serve others and give other people something of value, and to be a benefit to humanity at the same time making a comfortable living. I mean, that's the dream. That's the American dream, really. So we have this creator economy. The main thing, I think, is it's an expectations thing, and it's operating systems within your mind. If you're operating from thought and ego, you're setting yourself up to be disappointed. You're setting yourself up for sort of delusions of grandeur that sort of spur you on, and then deep disappointments. Wow, there's a turtle right there. Anyway, it's working. And then deep disappointments when things don't go as planned. Side note, look at this. All these cops. Apparently they're looking for a gun in these here waters. Anyway, what kind of analogy can I make? I mean, these cops could represent the fear. Your dream could be the water. And then, oh, they think they found it. I don't know. Maybe this analogy doesn't work. Your dream is the water. The cops are your fear thoughts. And they're looking for a gun. I don't know, a reason to go on. Apparently there was a robbery. Anyway, forgive that, what do you call it? I do digression. That would be a classic digression that I tried to convert into analogy, metaphor, whatever it is. Anyway, if you're operating from the ego, you're being spurned on ego and on an initial burst into a dream or creative vision isn't the worst. It's pretty good, because you're being told, oh my God, you're gonna have this and this. You're looking at people with massive success and you're like, oh, it's gonna be just like that for me. Kind of drives you. But the thing is, when you're operating from that operating system within, the minute it doesn't live up to what you wanted it to be, you're doomed, because that operating system immediately turns on you. Oh, you're deluded. You suck. You're making a fool of yourself. Exactly the inverse. It just oscillates on polarities, and it's not really dealing with truth. It's just messing with you. Essentially, the ego just is like a bully in your mind. It's either a bully or a toxic fake friend. That's it. So operating from that point of view is no good at all. What you want to do is observe your thoughts, observe the ego, and watch his cons. Look at this thing. You want to climb this pyramid. Like, observing your thoughts is like, here I go with another analogy, is like climbing this pyramid. You're getting to the root of consciousness. Is this a stretch or what? It's probably a stretch, all these analogies. But there's something to it. It's kind of fun. Anyway, so I shouldn't be doing this in bare feet. No! Hurts. Wow. Anyway, you want to be the observer of your thoughts, and you want to be operating from the moment, the here and now. In the moment, in the here and now, let's take this video I'm making, for instance. I'm not going to dig my phone up. but it's something, 9:30 in the morning, something like that. I went on a run, went to the gym. I feel amazing because I did that stuff. I did that stuff not because in the future I'm gonna win a prize. I did it because in this moment, that's the best way to spend my time. It's fun. It's fun to breathe air. It's fun to be out in the sun. And you just have to balance it with, as opposed to what? I'm gonna try to keep climbing. As opposed to laying around in bed, looking at Instagram or social media or whatever it is. I mean, not to say you don't do stuff like that here and there, but all of it doesn't take too much experience in life to know that if you're doing that, you're not exactly psyched. That only works, those things only work, escapes only work in the backdrop of doing stuff that's fun. And doing stuff, you could say, oh, that's ego, you're making a video, that's ego, but it's not really. It's more just creative, it's just fun. It's coming from the source, I'm not expecting anything. Yes, I have, like I said, a vision of earning a living through creativity, but here's a good point, and what I think is something to keep in mind with this is view everything as a hobby. Like if I view this as a fun hobby, it's awesome. And then I'm not really like, whatever happens, happens. If my channel blows up, great, that's awesome. If it doesn't, that's cool. A few people get something out of the videos. I'm enjoying making them. I'm enjoying learning video making. Like, what's the harm? I mean, there's the ego thing of like, oh, you tried to do something and look, you didn't blow up. So what? Nobody cares. And I respect the effort, man. Whether my friends' jams blow up or not, my respect for him has skyrocketed in that he's doing it. He's doing his thing. I don't care whether he blows up in pop culture or not. My respect for him, I don't think would necessarily increase. Honestly, if I'm really honest, I don't think it would. I mean, you know, it would change the tone, of course, if suddenly somebody becomes very popular. That's cool, but I've known a lot of real famous, successful people too, and the difference between famous, successful people and not famous, successful people ain't much. People are people, so why should it be that you and I should get along so awfully? So yeah, if you're just in the now, which it always is the now, then that's it, man. That's all there is. Past and present is of the mind. And I don't know, maybe it's time to run because this video went on for 10 minutes. I wrote something about this morning, but I'm not sure it's any better than me just riffing on it. Anyway, practicing metacognition, observing your thoughts, and operating from a place of love and peace. Because also the thing is, when you're operating as witness consciousness, you're not operating from a place of lack or need. And so therefore, what you're doing is fulfilling in and of itself. And that's not to say you don't want it to succeed, but doing it is succeeding. You doing it, you having a dream, going on the run, that's the prize. You being jazzed about life is success. All right, God bless.